Living with a boy does not help all that much. It does get her over the mystery of sex, helps clear up unrealistic ideas she had about male plumbing, and does away with a lot of old wives' tales. Those who have lived with their boyfriends are sexually experienced to his level, meaning they've tried everything he knows. She doesn't get to learn how to really enjoy herself because he's so limited in his knowledge and ability. If she attempts to be assertive, he's intimidated and manipulates her out of experimenting with anything except swallow it or let me go in the back door. Understanding all 18 to 24-year-olds. Girls as young as 14 have the same undesirable, unpleasant qualities of women. Catty, viciously competitive over males. You may have to contend with the 17-year-old sister of your 21-year-old lover vying for your attention. Although this sounds like it's fun, it isn't. It turns ugly quickly if either gets her ego dinged and one will threaten to tell dad or the other's boyfriend. Random thoughts. The world feels new and fresh to the young. They sincerely believe it can be changed and believe they're the ones who can do it. Never be cynical or laugh at her idealism or that of other young people. Young females need to be hugged and cuddled. When you get the chance, give her plenty of both. They are not comfortable with competition or competing except with each other for males. Don't stress winning when involved in any sport if she's around. Don't drive like it's Memorial Day at India. Don't play games with her if you share the view of Al Davis to the Raiders. Just win, baby. Don't let her win, but don't take any game seriously. Girls from the extreme upper and lower socioeconomic levels experience intercourse younger. Nothing matters, they have too much or too little. I don't discuss them, they're not in our target demographic. The girl who places high value on academic achievement is strikeout. Her focus is on the wrong place for you to enjoy her while she's pleasing her parents with a high GPA. None of them fuck like they dance. None of them fuck like they dress. They have no idea how overdone they are in those two areas. Her soap operas, television programs, and trashy novels have convinced her sugar comes with the territory. She's not really a gold digger. She just thinks that's part of the deal. Squash that concept early on, and I mean instantly. It begins by not giving her any gifts that are worth much money. Just gifts that say, I see you, nothing more. However, it's okay to be somewhat nice to her. Take her places. Jimmy never would take her. Small, inexpensive, thoughtful gifts are appropriate. Emphasis on small and inexpensive and thoughtful. That means if she happens to like the Dodgers, buy her a Dodger shirt, but not tickets to the game. Don't be silly. You can take her to the game, but don't give her the tickets because she'll take Jimmy. Bigger things come later. About the same time you'd give them the woman you've enjoyed dating for months and months. When she begins reading Cosmopolitan, your star shines far brighter. Buy her a subscription. Each year, you can count on a thin supply of young women, Election Day through New Year's Day. Most females grit their teeth and endure horrible treatment by their boyfriends or put off breaking up with someone who bores them shitless. Their world will end, they feel, without someone special in their lives during the holidays. Even worse, they get serious with anyone they're even casually dating in November to ensure they can share the joy of Christmas with someone. Watch out, this includes you. Tactfully keep your distance, but send or give her a nice gift. Stay in contact. She'll recover from this culturally induced madness in time for a truly important event, the Super Bowl, the important event that I look forward to. General advice: lower your desire from physical beauty from 9.5 to 7.5 and watch 50% of the competition disappear. If you concentrate on 8 and up, you'll be frustrated and humiliated most of the time. Stick with 6.5s to 8.0s. From my experience, the young woman who is average looking with an average figure is much easier to meet, a much nicer person, and a fully on a better human being, as well as being more fun than any stunning looking one. She feels appreciated for the first time. She is. Forget the high schooler. Her head is up her ass and will be for 2 more years. Proms, football games, Friday dances, and Jimmy's bitchin' totally rad new V-dub. Forget the big-titted girl. The competition is, pardon the pun, too stiff. Every male within 500 miles is interested. If you insist, never mention her figure and don't even sneak a peek at those double Ds. She's testing you to see if she's a toy or if you take her seriously. Don't look at her tits. Forget the disco dolly. She's the one who spends 2 hours getting ready for work, 3 hours for the disco. Her $170 haircut requires 90 minutes for curling and spraying. She wears the latest, most expensive clothes, usually $300 worth just to go dancing. She's concerned only with image, too insecure to be herself while looking for a disco dick to impress and marry. In that category goes almost every trendy girl. Anytime you see a girl that's really got the latest everything on, not a good idea. Why? She's interested in image. Unless you're going to enhance her image, she's not interested in you. She's more interested in the quarterback or the guy who's back from college with a new car. You don't have much of a chance. Forget all born agains and girls with doves, fish, or I love Jesus symbols on their cars or around their neck. They look normal. Some can even talk normal. Believe, brother, believe. They're marching to the beat of a different drummer. Say amen. Whim driven. The younger, the more ruled by instant gratification she is. For example, a 22-year-old can agree to a trip to Palm Springs in 2 weeks and turn down a better offer 3 days before we leave. A typical 19-year-old has difficulty keeping a date to go night skiing at Big Bear 3 days from now. If her girlfriends call and want her to go to Vegas a few hours before she's due at your place, she'll call and apologize, maybe. If she spends more time with you, the more realistic she becomes, no matter how young she is. Just being around you has a tranquilizing effect on her. No longer is everything ruled hour by hour. In only a month, she's thinking ahead 2 or 3 days. Eventually, she can plan from week to week, if you last long enough, from month to month. You rarely make it until she's able to plan, think, and execute 6 months in advance. I did once. I'm writing this. I'm planning a trip to Hawaii with a 19-year-old. Our affair has been going for 9 months. She recently learned it's possible to plan ahead. 2 months into the relationship, she was still so impulsive she ruined the 3-day weekend by not being able to turn down a better offer at the last minute. We survived my ensuing explosion. I won't predict if it will be aloha or adios in 2 more months. It was adios. Teddy bear. The younger she is, the more suspect you are. Sometimes she drags her along. Teddy bear is a female friend on the first pseudo date. Don't resent it. She has to take this initial step on her own terms, not yours. Her friend serves several functions: bodyguard and validation of your attractiveness, support in case you're an overwhelmer, someone to talk with, or get her out if you're boring. Teddy comes along till your chosen feels safe with you. This includes day ski trips, beach excursions, a spontaneous dinner, or anything else. Be enthusiastic about it. Include Teddy in all the conversations and fun. Make friends with her. She will be grading you. Remember, she has the ear of your future lover and will certainly bend it. It's not productive to flirt strongly with Teddy, but let her know you find her pleasant and attractive as a female. If you patronize Teddy, you destroy everything. Anytime there are 2 females involved, things get complicated quickly. Teddy, especially if she's more experienced, may have given herself the assignment of testing you under battle conditions. She will bait you with emotionally loaded questions about sex, religion. Teddy might even bluntly ask you how your children handled the divorce. If she's attracted to you, she may resent her feelings and try to destroy you in front of her friend, so neither can have you. Yes, strange, but it's true. Worse, if Teddy decides she wants you for herself, undermines everything you've built to date, in the end, she'll feel like a shit for what she did, and she won't go out with you either. The younger she is, the more likely Teddy will show up the first few times. I even had it happen with a 26-year-old. Rebs and others. Young women come in two basic models. Pay attention to this chapter. This is a big deal. I mean, this section of the chapter. This is a big deal. This will help you now and in the future. Young women come in two basic models, Rebs and conformists. Rebs are outnumbered 20-1, but what a great group. They aren't hard to spot. Often they are wearing something outlandish. I can tell by her walk. Confident, arrogant, strong, sometimes like she has a chip on her shoulder. You will have that ability too after you read and practice the advice in Body Language Secrets. For entertainment, they intentionally piss off their parents or boyfriends. By being a rebel, she defines herself as different from her parents, different from peers, different from adults of any kind. But she's just different, having only found out what she isn't. Rebels are the ones who will date a man. Learn how to recognize them. Then identify the one who's interested in you. Read and reread Body Language Secrets.